tired of seeing me? This is Kim from Sassy Jacks Stitchery and Sassafras Samplers. And I want to talk to you next about one of the belle of the ball samplers that we have. And Mabel Tuke is so lovely. And I know a lot of you waited a long time for us to release her. We used her as a teaching piece. She came out during pandemic and she was only a class piece for a couple of years. And just this past year, we released her, but we haven't really talked much about it. So a lot of you might not know. She's been stitched and she's just gorgeous. We also have a small and a teaching piece, a small teaching piece for her with an online tutorial. So Mabel's really special. I've probably taught this class to, at this point, over 500 people. And I've seen a number of finishes of her, and she is still super popular. So if you've not seen Mabel, I hope that you are thrilled by her and you love her and you want to bring her home. Okay, I'm going to show you the antique first. I'm going to show you the model, but I want to show you the antique. Mabel's a really special sampler. And so Mabel is a Quaker girl, but this is not a Quaker sampler. It's got a number of specialty stitches in it. It's got bargello, rice stitch, eyelets, and queen stitches. You see that beautiful flower there? That's all queen stitches. Just that one flower, the bulb and the stem, is all queen. And then you've got a row of eyelets, a row of rice stitches. You've got a little bit of bargello at the bottom. She's just a really beautiful sampler. And for that reason, she made a great teaching piece. And I did not bring the small over here, but I will make a separate little video about the small for her. You can order the small chart and the tutorial directly from Sassy Jacks Stitchery. But if you want the beautiful, beautiful antique reproduction, you can get that from your local Needlework shop. As of March this year, or now, they're doing pre-orders, or from Sassy Jacks Stitchery. And I would encourage you to support your local Needlework shop. And so if you have a favorite online shop that you like to purchase from, or a shop that's close to you geographically, you know, please show them some love, because it's not easy to keep a shop like this open. And you know, we want everybody to be healthy, healthy businesses. And if you don't, and you're a regular customer of ours, and we love you for that, and you want to purchase her from us, then, you know, we would love it. Of course, we would love it, and we will kit her for you. So that is a beautiful antique. I will tell you a little bit about Mabel. She is an English sampler. She's from the UK, and her mother taught at Ackworth and helped to found Ackworth, along with, I think, 2 other Quaker schools, 1 or 2, I can't remember now, but very involved in the Quaker community. Her father was an abolitionist, and he also was very instrumental in I can't think of the right word for it, but refining healthcare for the mentally ill and changing it from a place where they just locked people up and forgot about them to a place where they tried to give humane care and helpful care to folks who were struggling with mental illness. So this is the book for Mabel. It's a small book. It's got lots packed into it, specialty stitches here and there and everywhere, and it's just really beautiful. And you know, I say that here and there and everywhere, but of course you've got cross stitch up here, and then you've got 1 row of rice stitch, 1 row of eyelets. You've got queen stitches here, some beautiful bargello underneath this flower. You've got a tiny, tiny little bit of over 1 here and with her name. So when we kit her, we actually do, depending on what you stitch her on, if you're stitching her on a high count linen, we'll pop in a spool of 103 for the over 1 part. If you're stitching her on a 36 count, you can probably just use the Soit Alger. So she is chartered for Soit Alger as well as needlepoint ink and DMC. You can see there's not a ton of colors for her. And on all of our sampler charts, we do give you the design size, meaning the stitch size for the piece, as well as what the fabric needs to be cut. And she really looks very beautiful on either a parchment or a straw from Week Stylework Swigert. That's what we taught her on, and both look great. The straw gives you a little bit darker color, more toward the antique, and I believe this one is parchment. And the dye lots sometimes vary, and so you can come out with something, you know, a little different. Also, I think paper bark from Fox and Rabbit, or, you know, you can pick something else from their line, or any of the dyers that are out there right now just do beautiful, beautiful linen. So you pick your favorite linen that's kind of a neutral color, that's not going to overwhelm the design, and let these stitches shine. So this is one that I would not recommend a lot of modeling on the linen for, because it's going to distract your eye. And this one is all about the stitches. And so just a really beautiful sampler. Now, the other thing that's really cool about Mabel, I'll hold this up while I tell you about it, but I have to lean over here. You can't hear my voice. Mabel, because she was a Quaker, I was able to find her obituary. And so she lived to be 94 years old. And I found an obituary from her because the Society of Friends, which is what the Quakers call their meeting group, each year, at least at that time, I'm not sure if they still do, but I suspect they do, publish a little compilation of all the folks that have died that year, and they talk to their families and they find out about the people. So we know about Mabel as a little girl and as an old lady, and it's just so special. And I didn't include all of that in the booklet. I've included some extracts for it, but I will include with the tutorial a full read of that obituary that I found, because it's just so special. So you've got a few things going on here. Beautiful, beautiful chart. I hope you ask your needlework shop to bring Mabel Tuke home for you. She's a pretty quick stitch. She's not huge. She's relatively small. And then, you know, if you want some help with these specialty stitches, it is a great opportunity for you to do an online learning experience that's relatively inexpensive. So you, from us, you can, from anybody, you can purchase this needlework chart for Mabel. And you can get it from your, well, anybody that purchases it from us. So you can get it from your local needlework shop or your favorite online shop, or you can get it from us. And then later after market, we'll make available the tutorial. And so the tutorial, you'll be able to watch videos of me doing the stitch for you and coaching you through how to do the stitch. And I will include in there, I'll go back and put in there the whole obituary for you, because I think it's so special. When I looked through the book, I realized I didn't put the whole thing in there because I didn't have room. And that is true even now. I just don't have room to put that whole thing in there. So you can come back and watch the tutorial video and pick up the whole obituary of Mabel Tuke, and what she was like, what her siblings had to say about her as a little girl, what she did with her life, and what she was like as an older woman, which is just amazing. But know that even though she is not a Quaker sampler, her family was extremely influential in the Quaker world and in the educational world of young women and other Quaker children. And as well, they were related to the Tuke tea family. So they were kind of movers and shakers of their time. And it's just really sweet that we have this beautiful, beautiful sampler from Mabel. So when you come into the shop, the reason I'm showing you antiques and models, when you make it here to visit, and I hope that you do, in our linen room, and we're outgrowing it, and as we get more of our stuff in print, we will definitely outgrow it. If we own the antique, and we do for almost everything that we have charted, we will show you the antique and the model. And so it's really neat to see them hanging up there together. And so I hope you enjoy that process, and I hope you enjoy Mabel especially. And so this is the chart for Mabel. I hope you love her. She is one of my favorites, and I hope you ask your favorite needlework shop to bring her home for you from the Nashville Needlework Market. And she is Mabel Tuke, 1779. This is her chart. This is her model. And then I showed you her antique earlier. And I hope you give Mabel some love, and I hope you enjoy stitching her. And don't forget that a little bit later on, you'll be able to go out and download that tutorial, purchase that tutorial. And if you're at all intimidated by these specialty stitches, you can go take a look at that, and that'll help you through all of those. So thank you for supporting our shop as well as all your other shops, and I'll be back and show you more soon. Bye.